Dude, the all this practice and my mic was muted. That was terrible. Let's just go ahead and do that again. So, hello everyone. I did all this practice today to get this right, and I have my mic muted. I'm an idiot. So, tonight we are talking about a couple things. We are talking about podcasts. We're talking about socks. We are talking about whatever you guys want to talk about. And we're talking about Patreon and what my patrons allowed me to do to create this nice live stream setup. So really excited. Still looks like I have some practice to do using a new software called Streamlabs OBS, and it requires me a lot of practice. Apparently, I thought I had everything down, and we started off with a muted microphone. So that's just wonderful. Everything else, though, how's it going? Everything looking good, sounding good now? Hopefully everything's just the way it's supposed to be, and nobody's having a hard time hearing or seeing me. That was my big concern. Let's go over to the comments. We got a couple here. We've got yo, Justin, Bernardo. Hi, people. Internet, don't fail me now. Cole Diamond, the Magic Rogue, says yo. We got everybody here tonight. Everybody. Excellent. Wow. It's fabulous. So, Justin, I want to let you know that yes, you are the top mod, but I'll also tell you that I have taken away the need for you to do the repetitive garbage stuff where you have to like copy paste, because now I've got a bot to do it. That Streamlabs OBS allows me to set interval timers, and it'll put out whatever I want. On a regular interval, so you don't have to worry about copy pasting crap anymore. What I'd like you to do is maybe if there are really good comments or questions, bring them to my attention so I know what I need to respond to, because I know you guys talk to each other in the comments too, and I want to make sure that I'm keeping things moving along. And so if you could message me with relevant questions or interesting questions that are directed towards me throughout the streams, that way I can do the orchestrating, conducting craziness. Aw, no, Justin has been upgraded in his job. He's no longer the button pushing monkey. He's actually got a real important job now. And thank you. You are a king, Justin, and I appreciate you. And we could not run this stream without you. Thank you so much for all you do and have done. You were the best. You know what I'm regretting right now is not grabbing a bottle of water before I started. That would be great, and I didn't do it. Robots are always replacing people. Well, they're good at repetitive tasks. They're good at doing a boring thing over and over again that no person wants to do. I was sitting here thinking, golly, man, Justin works his butt off, copy pasting all this crap all the time, and he's got to go, oh, I was supposed to do this. Now I've got a machine that does that, and he doesn't have to worry about that. He can just bring the good, nice stuff that we can keep the stream going. I think it's going to create a much more interesting and dynamic stream by freeing Justin up to do better stuff. So I am so glad to be with all of you tonight. I had a whole gamut of a day trying to put all this together. I had to work out all this new software. My wife, God bless her, she let me work on this software. You see all this beautiful stuff up here. This little Magic Minute logo over here. We got this nice, the Magic Minute live stream. Look at all this branding. Look at the lighting. Look at the stuff. She let me work on this all day, putting together all of the visual assets and practicing with the software and all these things, and then doing all the stage setting and stuff. So thank her in a huge bunch for making this look pretty. You also might notice this guy right here, this boom arm. Ooh, yes, the boom arm. The boom arm. What's that? Well, you can hear the sultry tones of my dulcet tones of my sultry voice because of this boom arm. Before, if you remember, it was this very microphone, the Blue Yeti, was sitting on a stand that comes with it, and I had to kind of talk down here, and I had to crank the gain way up because it wasn't being able to hear my voice because I couldn't get my mouth close enough because I couldn't stay in frame while I was talking in the microphone. So by bringing it up here, I can talk much more comfortably, not kill my neck or my back, and you get a much, much richer audio quality out of the microphone by having it this close. So this is a contribution from my wonderful patrons. Their monthly donation or subscription to Patreon and all the cool exclusive content that I have over on that channel, including bloopers and behind the scenes footage and articles and all kinds of things that I put up, including I just added access to free ebooks that I have. So that's going to be really cool too. You know, if you're not a patron, you have to go buy them. But if you are a patron, you get all of the new ebooks that I put out. Those could be scans or those could be original works or whatever. Right now I have some scans from books in my own library, but you get those for free as a patron. That's just some of the very few, just tip of the iceberg stuff you get by being a patron. Anyway, I use that to improve the channel and do stuff, and I was able to finally go ahead and get this boom arm. It is going to help out a lot with live streams, and also something else we're going to talk about later in the podcast, or in the live stream rather. So stay tuned for that announcement. I want to make sure I'm sticking over here and looking at all my stuff. Now I shall have my eagle eyes ready. Justin, eagle eyes. Bernardo says, I'm so happy, glad, and proud of you, Alan. Keep it up. Well, thanks. Thanks, Bern. So here's the thing is, I wanted to reward you guys for, sticking with me. And thing is, I do these live streams every Friday, and I have a wonderful group of people that almost always show up for these, and it's wonderful. And I've got some comments about that from people, from you guys and from other subscribers who go, hey, look, you know what? You're doing those live streams. That's one thing that really sets you apart. We really like them. It's a chance to all hang out and get together and spend some real time together, as close as in person as we can. And you should keep doing it. And I said, okay, well, people are showing up for the live streams. I've upgraded the crap out of all the other stuff that I do, all the videos, and just trying to film the best thing that I possibly can. But my live streams were always, falling behind. They weren't looking good. They weren't sounding good. And I decided it was time to fix that. So I spent some hardcore time learning how to use Streamlabs OBS, which is the software that I'm using right now. Getting this boom arm to really prop up this microphone and fix the lighting in here to make it just look as good as I possibly can. So I hope that that the hard work is paid off and you guys are enjoying this. With the right music, yeah, your voice sounds like perfect for a hotline. What kind of hotline? Like a 900 number hotline? Or I'm not sure I understand what you mean, Bern, but I agree with Bern. What kind of hotline? Do the you have reached the. Let me try that again. You have reached the law offices of Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe. Leave a message after the tone, and we will return your call. Something like that. Is that? If you'd like to leave a message, press star now. If you'd like to get in touch with the operator, please hang up and try again. Something like that. I don't know. Yeah, okay, that kind. Okay, good. Because there's a lot of different types of. Oh man. Oh, I want to show you something else that's pretty cool. So I've got this tablet here, and look at this gorgeous tablet. Look at that. Oh, this is just my iPad. I got this for Father's Day 2 years ago. I'm very grateful for it. And something that allows me to do is this Streamlabs has an app, and it allows me to do all these hotkey things. So I can just control my entire stream from just touching these keys. I don't have to touch the keyboard. I don't have to do anything, and it's really, really, really nice. See, I can mute my audio if I need to, like pass gas or something, or bring in other elements or something. It's awesome. I love it, and it's free. It's free. Something I wanted to tell you guys about too. You're gonna probably see at some point in the live stream, you're gonna see little notifications. Those are from the bot doing its job. Something I wanted to tell you that's new. I added this because I saw people asking about it. I had people reaching out to me asking about this too, was, you know, sometimes during the live streams, you guys are wonderful, and you know that I don't want to go into a whole thing about it, but you know I'm going through some tough financial times right now because of all the stuff that's happening in the world, and you guys have responded amazingly with buying merch and subscribing to my Patreon. Some of you guys have just done direct donations, and I've been asked about that again. So something that I found that I'm able to do through Streamlabs is, if, let's say, you don't want the merch, you don't want to be a patron, you don't really care about all that stuff, but you still wanted to help out this channel, help out me. Something you can do now through Streamlabs is you can support the channel directly with donations, and there will be a little chat bot that'll come up with that information if you want to. I think it's streamlabs.com/the magic minute, and then you can donate directly there if you want to. And as a bonus, if you do something like that, you get a fancy little bing bing, and your name will appear on the screen, and you'll get some recognition for that in the video as well. So cool thing. I'll show you like a sample of what that looks like. Let's say somebody subscribes during this channel, right? Ooh, thank you. I would love if you subscribed. That would be great. If you haven't subscribed already, if you're coming in here and you're watching all these videos all the time and you haven't subscribed yet, what's wrong with you? You can subscribe by hitting that little subscribe button, the little bell icon. That way you get notified of all of my future content, which you don't want to miss if you want to elevate your magic to that next level. How about that? That's pretty cool. Or, heck, let's say we wanted to do, somebody subscribes during the live stream. Well, then they get something like this shows up. Oh, ooh, I just subscribed to myself. That's cool. What do you guys? This is awesome. I don't know. I'm loving this stuff. That's not Hotline. Okay, Cole Diamond, the Magic Rogue. Looks like you could voice commercials as a side income during the apocalypse. Yeah, you know, I have this little fantasy that someday I'll be able to record a monster truck rally commercial on television. Monster trucks. Kids get in for just $12. You know, or something like that. Gravedigger. I don't know. That's something. Bigfoot, Gravedigger. Bring in a can of Coke and get $12 off your next purchase. I don't know. I always wanted to do that, but I don't think. Or this summer, coming to a theater near you, Jurassic Park. This time, it's personal. I don't know. It's stuff I've played with, but I don't think. I have a friend. I have a very good friend who is a professional voice actress, and I thought maybe I'll talk to her and see if she knows who I could talk to. You know. Oh, guys, I didn't make the bot do that yet. I haven't made the bot do the leave a like thing. So thank you for leaving that. So you guys are still doing your thing. Just for fun and views and have a different approach to stuff. Yeah, I might do magic commercials. Might do something like bicycle playing cards. The choice of the millennial magician. Behold the two of clubs. Was that your selection? I don't know. Don LaFontaine, maybe. Your bot ain't spamming links. Just bring Justin back. No, Justin, you're a good man, Charlie Brown. We appreciate you a lot. I'm not doing the thing that I want to be doing. What do I want to be doing? That's not it. That's not the thing I want to do. Okay, got rid of that. So, some things that we want to talk about moving along here is that, is my bot giving you guys any of these links? I'm not seeing any of them come up, and I'm hoping that they're coming up, but I don't know if they are. It'd be nice. I tried to make them not too spammy, but they might make them too spammy. Justin Two Card says, Alan's commercials. Subscribe to Justin Two Cards. Okay, let's try that. Justin Two Cards, a YouTube channel with a history. Join young Justin on his journey into YouTube stardom. Join his YouTube channel and support, like, comment, and hit the bell notification. I don't know. Does that work for you? Episode of the Magic Minute is sponsored by Raid Shadow. Not yet, but maybe someday. It might happen. It's a hope that I'll start picking up some sponsors at some point. I have been reaching out to some people who might want to sponsor the channel, and not hearing a whole lot yet, but I'm still working on it. It's as much of other people reaching out to me as me reaching out to them. So, well, I got some work to do. Got the Beerus. Oh, I had to think about what you were talking about for a second. You're doing the code word for the the Voldemort, the word that who shall not be named. Yeah. I'm shaking the table there. I don't know what the bot's not working. I want the bot to work. I want the bot to work. It's gonna help me do things if it works correctly. I made it do the thing, but now it's not doing the thing. How do I make it do the thing? It's loading. It's loading. Don't forget to add Streamlabs. I did. Okay, timers. Okay, let's set the intervals a little bit more. Line minimum. Okay, let's do this, guys. I'm going to fix this because I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. And we might have to change. Field lines must be one or more. Okay, let's do that. Save. Line minimum 3. And then that way, because the thing is, it'll only do if we do so many lines. I'm changing the settings here, guys. So I'm sorry if you'll please bear with me. I'm going to fix this and make this better because I need this to work. And that's part of, I don't want to make this a learning experience for you guys as well. But there's some things you just can't do without a live audience. And we need to fix this so it works. Okay. I have them set at intervals of 3, 9, 8, and 5 minutes apart. So hopefully that'll help. And then there's just a line minimum of 1 comment per thing. So hopefully that'll help. I need that to work because that helps me into the future as well. Let's see. Justin says, I can do a deep voice. My next video will be done in like a movie trailer. This is the end of bot slavery. First bot strike in history started. If you don't mind me stealing your idea. Go ahead. That's how we do this. But please make sure you mention the Magic Minute. This is pretty cool, huh, guys? So how far along are we in the stream? We're about 20 minutes in, so we still got some time to hang out. I'm really excited. There was this very quick... I say quick. It was all day. It was me all day just like buzzing like a bee, seeing how I could get all these screen elements and those background looking good and all and placing everything just so, and then making sure I knew how all the stuff worked. And then it was like that for hours and hours and hours. It was just like, bzzz, and then I started and I was like, wee, and now I'm like, okay, 20 minutes in. Okay, now I'm starting to like fall into a rhythm here. I'm starting to get a little bit more calm because I was just kind of vibrating with energy all day. Hey, look, I can do this too if I want to. If I want to say, hey guys, I need a minute to go grab something. I could go, hey, look, BRB, and then I'll be right back. But I'm not going anywhere, so I can come back like this. Pretty cool, right? I mean, it's like running like a TV station or something. It's pretty fun, which I have some experience with. Not everyone knows this, but it's a story time. Okay, so you guys know about my 20-year series, or most of you do. If you don't, I recommend that you go back and look at that and get caught up because I'm going to be doing some more in that series in the very near future. But I have a 20-year series, and basically what happens in it, for those who don't know, is I found a VHS tape of myself performing for a public access television program 20 years ago at an event called Log Cabin Days. It was a Waterford Historical Society event. One of my first public performances in that kind of venue, and the very first time of anybody walking around with me with a camera. and I was so nervous. But anyway, early magic career, I I'm a teenager and I'm not very good. And on a review of that video, I realized how not good I was, but how helpful, how cringy, but also how helpful that would be if I put up a video or those videos and then made commentary on them. And I've done 2 so far. I think I probably have about another 2 that I can make out of the footage I have left. Um, but to get certified to record on their equipment, I had to borrow the equipment from the public access channel. I had to borrow the equipment. Um, and they have people come out and help me with the equipment or produce my own show or whatever. I had to train on all the equipment in there. So that meant like the video editors, that meant the in studio cameras, the big ones, the big dolly ones with the wheels that you see like in movie studios or in TV studios. And then also their portable equipment at the time, which looks primitive today. Most smartphones would run circles around these big broadcast quality cameras, but at the time it was just like, wow, look at this is so amazing. But so I did train on all these different systems, so I know how to do them, and that gave me a lot of experience and knowledge about how to approach video editing and production and these kinds of things. Now, things have changed, and I've gotten older, and technology's improved, and I've gotten rusty in certain things, so I'm having to kind of re-educate myself on new software and new hardware, but it's been coming out okay. Yeah. Let me take a look at these comments here because we got some. Is my bot working? My bot better be working. And I'm not referring to you, Justin. I'm talking to the machine. Nice. Just in like real TV commercials, spam. Can I use it to swap cameras? Like switch between 2 live cameras. The OBS software? Is that what you mean, Justin? Because yes, you can. I don't have a second camera for live streaming yet, but if this gets popular enough, I think I will be doing that. Justin says the bot has not done anything yet. Okay, Justin. All right, thanks for letting me know. Well, I'm going to let it run for a little while longer because I reset everything, so I'll let that go. But yes, Streamlabs OBS allows you to put any kind of import source you want. I think it was actually originally developed for video game streamers, so they need an Elgato capture card for their PC game, and they need like the overlays, and they need scores or people doing donations or Insta chats or super chats or all these different things. So it allows you to really put in all kinds of different media, photographs and visual aids and slideshows and all kinds of stuff. Of course, streams from other cameras or microphones or whatever. So it's really, really cool software. You should take a look at it. It's free. They have a premium version, which if this does well enough and people like it, I might end up, investing in that. It's a monthly subscription of like $17 a month or something, which right now, even though I have some Patreon support, is not enough. I don't have enough Patreon support to justify that because I use the Patreon funds for other things like upgrading equipment and paying for TubeBuddy, which is a plugin for Chrome that helps me rank my YouTube videos. So I couldn't take that out yet, but if it gets popular enough or I start making some money through more sales or patronage or through donations during live streams, then I'll upgrade to that other version, and that'll give me even more power to do even cooler things within live streams. But right now I'm just running the free version, and but it's still pretty fully featured. I'm not missing a whole lot right now. There are things like games and stuff you can play, and polls and all kinds of other neat stuff. A web store, which is cool. It allows you to like make a hub for all of your social media. It's pretty cool, but I'm rambling on about it. I'm pretty excited about the software. I like it. I do streams for my church, and I was curious about using this. Streamlabs might be the way to go, man. It's not very intensive on your computer either. Like right now, I think I'm running at about I'm running at a solid 30 frames a second. I don't have any frame drops, and it's only using about 30% of my CPU. And I have a laptop, and a laptop from a couple years ago, and it was later complained about being one of the more underpowered MacBook Pro laptops. So it's still plenty fine, and I'm happy with the way the stream's coming out. So at least right now, if I have to look at it review later and see how it looks, but I'm thinking it's pretty great. And you might take a look at this for your church. That might be pretty cool. Bernardo Garcia says, "When I can work here in Japan, I will Patreon. But for now, all goes to housing and food." Hey, well, Bern, thank you. That's very kind. I look forward to bringing you on board and showing you all the cool stuff that's behind the big P. That didn't sound right at all. You know what I mean? The big Patreon P. Jeez almighty. When I had a friend who was supposed to move to Japan and start school this month, but I assume that's not happening. Yeah, well, I think Bern got out just before everything started. All the travel stuff started stopping or slowing down. So I'm glad that you got there, Bern, and I'm glad that that things are going well. That's so cool. That's so cool. You're gonna have to send us some pictures. Like, yeah, if you don't know, I'm supposed to have my stupid bot thing doing its stupid thing. It's not doing it. But I'm supposed to have the bot putting up some crap about, join the Facebook community page and all these things. And if you do, you can send us some pictures. And I'd love to see some pictures of the city in which you live in Japan. That'd be really cool. I don't know. Give us a little virtual tour of your home city now. I'd be curious. Earl's here tonight. Earl, what's up, man? Earl.
Yeah. Earl has arrived.
What? Yeah. He says, "Hey, Alan, just started reading Game Changer by Jason Ladanya. Ladanya? I don't know. You ever check it out? I've not heard of it, Earl. I'll have to take a look at that though. And if you're offering a suggestion on something, I've gotta look it up. I'm reading right now. What am I reading right now? Let me grab it for you. Okay, I'm back. I had to go around and grab my tablet. So I am reading "Building a Story Brand" by Donald Miller right now. I have, and this is for two reasons. This is of course for the Magic Minute, but it's also for AP Magic, which is the name of my magic company, my corporate magic company. I always struggle with trying to tell my story to people about what I do and how I can help other people. Because here's the thing, is that nobody really needs a magician. Nobody needs a magician. People need food. People need shelter. People need, on Maslow's scale, a hierarchy scale, magic is really not on it. And so you have to figure out how your magic or your services, whatever they are, how they help people satisfy one of their needs on the Maslow scale, hierarchy scale. And I suck at it. So I've been working on learning, how to build a story or a brand that's built around um, getting people to understand what I'm doing in a clear, concise way. Because I stumble over my words and I'm not getting the message out that I have in my head, and so that's why I'm studying that right now. But I'm gonna have to take a look at Game Changer by Jason Ladanya. Ladanya, maybe I don't know how to pronounce that, but I'm gonna take a look at that. My bot should be working. Stupid bot. Um, See, it heard me talking, and that's why it's decided to leave here. Um, I think that I have everything set up. Timers. Um, they should be going. I don't know why they're not going. Um, yeah, maybe enough time hasn't passed yet. I'll have to leave them go. Well, no, they should be working. Let me see if I can do this. If this is what's causing the problem, I can go over to YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Hello, YouTube, my old friend. I've come to stream with you again. While vision softly creeping. Okay, I'll stop singing. I think I need to go to YouTube Studio, and I need to make sure. That my thing is working. Let's see. Make sure that Streamlabs is put in there as because it should be. Come on, Streamlabs. Okay. It should be working. I don't know why it's not working. If it doesn't work, I'm not going to sweat it too much, but I am going to hope that the next time that I do this, it's going to allow me to. Okay. Maybe that's why. Um, let's test that out now, guys. I did the thing where I had it blocking links to websites, and so maybe it was trying to send them out, but it was blocking the links that I had inside the sender thing. So we'll see if that works. I don't know. I'm still learning this stuff, guys. I'm still learning. I look like I know what I'm doing, but it's hardly ever the case. Um, Cold Diamond says, but Japan is great. There's a YouTuber named Eric Surf 6 I watched who lives in Japan. Great personality and does some magic. He really takes advantage of living in such a nice country. Such a beautiful place. Oh man, I would love to see that. That'd be cool. I'm gonna take a look at him. Thanks for letting us know, Cold Diamond. So some other things I wanted to talk about tonight is I wanted to tell you guys about this podcasting or this, yeah, I guess we'll call it that. I don't know what it is. It's a microphone boom arm that attaches to your desk. But I'm also doing a Freudian slip. It means when you try to say one thing but end up saying your mother. But it's I'm gonna start doing podcasts, guys. This is something that I have been thinking about a lot, and it seems to make a lot of sense. Not everybody can tune in. I noticed that a lot of my audience has to tune in later. They have to be able to tune in and watch, and they have to be able to sit down and watch a video, which I know that for a lot of you guys is really tough. If you want a good, live stream, most people can't do the live streams. They can't make it to them. We have 9 viewers right now, which is amazing, and I'm so grateful for every single one of you on here tonight. But, here's the thing. That's not possible for everybody, unless you're paying for like YouTube Premium or something. You can't listen to the YouTube videos without and turn off the screen at the same time. So you got to like play the video, and then you're like, it's a mess for trying to just to listen to stuff. Also, there's been a lot of interest in podcasts and shows and that kind of stuff and bringing other people on. And I've done some interviews, but they're always interview style. They're never like hangouts. And Minnie Muniz left a really great comment. She's a patron, and she left me a thing about, hey, why don't you try doing a show in the style of XYZ? I can't remember the name of the channel right now, but it allowed for a group scenario where I was interacting with someone else. And that's really helpful whenever you're alone in a room and trying to, create content. You feel like you're talking to the air. So that combined with my previous experience of doing a podcast or a video podcast called, okay, what was it called? I Want a Piece Enablers. That was the name of it. It was called The Enablers. And we got on with a couple of other business friends of mine, entrepreneurs and sole proprietors and that kind of thing. And my good friend Devin, who's a butcher here in the city of Plano, Texas, where I reside. And then also my friend Joe, who's a very good friend of mine. And he was working on his calligraphy business at the time, his engraving calligraphy business. And we would just get together and we would chat once a week. We'd get together and we'd sit for like a couple of hours and we'd talk and we'd share stories from the week and little tips and advice and that kind of stuff. And it was always so much fun and people loved it and they tuned in every week and it was great. And we had to stop doing it, which sucked. But I think that I can bring that back. I have some magician friends. Not all of them live real close to me, but I found a really great podcasting software called Anchor, and it allows me to create podcasts through a tablet or my phone, and I can record audio anywhere and then upload it to there and help structure the podcast. So that's what I'm going to be doing to make it easier to consume content and give you guys extra content that doesn't really have a place on my YouTube channel. Things like This Week in Magic News, or and the fact that's something that I wanted to bring up today, and I'll get to that in a second, but let me check the comments real quick and make sure that I'm not missing anything too important. Listening to you instead of music when practicing slides because it gets frustrating. Maybe I can make like some daily affirmation things. Justin, it's okay. You don't need to know how to do the slip shift. It's not a big deal. Your audiences don't care. They don't care if you use an Erdnase or a shapeshifter change or the slip shift. To them, it's all the same. They don't know. It's okay. Give your hands a break. Go on a walk. Do magic in Japan, right? Okay. Podcast sounds great. Well, you guys have already made comments about my voice and being, perfect for a hotline. So, well, maybe that'll be good. I'm excited about it. But here's some things that I wanted to ask you guys too. I want to ask you what else you would like to see on the podcast or hear on the podcast. I have some ideas for some segments already. Some things like I want to do a riddle. That's something I've added to the thing that I'm just going to do like a riddle or a joke in each podcast. I'm also going to talk about like maybe some hot takes on different magic effects that are released throughout the week. I can't possibly review every single magic product that comes in, and my channel really isn't built for that. I did the one for Air Ambitious, which if you guys haven't seen, it's doing gangbusters right now. It's got I think it's approaching 400 views in 2 days. It's amazing. But I need to get some other reviews on some other stuff that I want to talk about, or maybe like a book corner where I'm talking about books that I like or whatever. Bringing on guests and chatting with them. But I wanted to see what else you guys would like to hear in my podcast, so that way I can tailor it to you guys. That you guys are the ones going to listen to it, so I should probably do stuff that you want to listen to. So let's see here. All right, gentlemen, if you'll excuse me for just a second, I have to take care of something. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, okay? Okay, I'm back. Sorry, the baby got out of bed and I had to go put him back. Sorry about that, but at least we have this nice little thing that we can do now where I can just press a button and I can interrupt the stream for a second, give you guys some nice background music to listen to, and give me a chance to be able to step away and take care of things like that. So that's really great. Um, let's go ahead and take a look at the comments and see what I missed while I was gone. Hashtag Justin is the best bot. Justin, you might be, man. I don't know why my stream's not working, but I'm very grateful to you. You know that. Um, see, Bernardo says many magicians do it, but do your own mistakes review during a routine or as a beginner, and or whatever, including your own experience. Yeah, I think I will do that. That's a good suggestion. Justin says, I always think I'm doing the sleight pretty decently until I replay the video. Yeah, well, that's the value of recording yourself as opposed to looking in a mirror, because the classic wisdom is practice in front of a mirror. But the thing is that a mirror blinks when you do, and you're gonna miss a lot. And now that everybody has a high definition camera in their pockets, there's no reason. Excuse me. There's no reason not to record yourself, because you're going to see what your audience sees. You can also set it up so you can like set it up at different angles. You can set the camera up at different angles. You know, your left side, your right side. If people are going to be seated and you're going to be standing, how that looks. Yeah, it does a lot to help you improve your sleights and your magic a whole lot. And there's no reason you shouldn't use it. So. Patreon reward. They get to choose the music for your "Be Right Back" message. That would be fun. I'd like that. That's actually getting me down a thought path right now about what else I could do. I could, there might be other rewards or other things that I can do within a live stream that would that Patreons or patrons might like. Let me show you this too. Like look at this. If I go, hey, look, I don't have all of this set up because I have to go over. Oh, dang it. I can't do it. Oh, crap. Okay, let's do this. So I'll show you what the bot's supposed to be doing right now, and I don't know why it's not doing it. Let's see. It says it's working. I don't know. It's not working. You suck, bot. Interval is every values in 5 minutes. Save. Okay. So it's supposed to be doing this kind of stuff. I'm supposed to be able to get this. I'm going to leave them here so you can see them. Sign into chat. Okay. Oh, guys, I think I might know what's going on. Hang on tight. Open in web browser. I think I know what's going on. I think I figured it out. I think I need to do... There's that. I think I needed to sign in because I can see you guys talking, but I can't allow the streamed or the stuff to work unless I'm signed in. I can't make comments unless I'm signed in a separate window. So maybe that's what's causing the issue. So I'm going to leave that go and see if it works. I don't know. I think that'll work. We'll find out. It's working in La 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 Land. Yeah, it is. No Magicians in my area would be cool if you coordinated a Zoom meeting up or something for sessions to work in small groups. You know, Earl, that might be a really good idea for a Patreon reward. But I'd have to have more people join. That's the thing. That's the thing that I'm having right now. Is I've got 4 patrons, and I'm eternally indebted to them, and I love them, and I'm so grateful for them. They've, as you can see, have made things possible. You're one of them, and thank you so much. But yeah, that might be something I do as a extra benefit or reward or something of becoming a patron. Because the thing is ultimately I only have so much time. Even though, yes, we're in the middle of a pandemic and I'm staying in the house 100% of the time, I'm not gigging at all. I don't know that that'll be true for much longer. And, I've still got family and responsibilities here. So I have to get to a certain critical mass with earning enough through donations or through Patreon or through merch purchases or whatever to be able to offer these things or make it, I don't want to say worth my time, but in a way that, because if I'm going to be not spending time with the family or not doing gigs, I have to have a monetary reason for doing that. So otherwise I have to spend my time somewhere else. So that's one of the big cruxes of being able to do all of these things that I want to do is getting to a certain critical mass where it makes enough sense for me to be able to do it from a financial standpoint. But I love that. Yeah, it worked because I copy pasted it. It didn't actually work. I have to see. I signed into the stream here through this little extra tab or whatever I've got open. So hopefully that's gonna work for me now. Stupid stuff, man. Stupid stuff. I'm gonna have to figure out what's wrong with that. If it doesn't start working, I'm gonna have to figure out why it's not working. Cole Diamond says, you know how radio shows used to have listeners call in for an answering machine and they'd answer it on air? Find a way to do that in a podcast. Yes. And let me tell you something. I can do that. I was telling you about the Anchor app, the Anchor podcasting app. I'm allowed to do that with that. And it's super easy. It's super easy to do. You don't even have to have the Anchor app to leave a message. There's a way you send somebody a link, or you leave a link on your social media somewhere, and I could leave that on the Facebook group, or I could leave that at the end of videos or whatever. And then people, or in my description of my videos, and then people could just phone in, ask me something just by following that link, and they could record a thing, and then I can put that in the podcast. And I really want to do that. I want to marry the YouTube channel and the podcast because they are intrinsically linked. They're not separate ventures. They are part of the same thing. And I would love to do that, and I can do that. And since I'm getting all ramped up on my podcast stuff now, I am going to do that. And thank you. That is a fabulous idea. And yes, I'm doing it. I just need people to actually do it now. That's one of the frustrations of like having this cool idea is like, it's a cool idea, but it only works if other people think it's a cool idea too. So hopefully people will join into that and want to start doing that. Justin, you are picking up for the robot, man. I love you. Thank you very much. You should join the Facebook fan page. It's I think we got about 30 people on there now, which is awesome. And it's a place to find out about all kinds of cool stuff. I use it as a way to share free magic, which I did today. There was a thing from Aaron Fisher that I left up as a color changing deck routine that I've got all of these tendrils and fingers out in the magic community, and I hear about all the probably not about all of, but I hear about a lot of the free stuff going out, or the deals going on, or new stuff coming out, and I can share that with you guys. But I have to have a platform for it. So Facebook makes a whole lot of sense. Go join. You can not only improve your magic and get along and hang out with other magicians, but you can also do this kind of stuff where you get the free crap. And who doesn't love free crap? Okay. I love the blue light in the back. The color is really cool. I'm liking it too. It's actually just inside, and I'm going to move over to here to the side here. Other side, because I'm an idiot. Okay, there we go. So it's one of my lights. It's one of my studio lights that I usually use for recording videos with a blue filter on it. And it just fits in a standard outlet. So that's sitting on my nightstand light right now. And that's how I'm creating this cool effect. I had the other light here, which was an orange light, which was over here sitting in my, I don't know if you can see my hand. Where is it? That light right there. That light was my other studio light with an orange on it, so I could get the teal and orange kind of look, but it overheated and turned off, and I'm scared that I broke it, and I'm going to have to check it after the stream is over. I hope I didn't, because that would suck. But yeah, it's just kind of making it happen, though, right? I mean, because I can't get a set. I'm in my bedroom. I don't have a separate room in my house. I've got my daughter's room, my son's room, the master bedroom, and then that's it. I mean, there's no other room, so there's nowhere else to go. So I got to try to work with what I got for right now. I'm going to try to get like a mini pop-up backdrop that they use for like photography and videography, and try to get one of those at some point to kind of, at least for my regular videos, to just kind of make it look a little bit normal. But yeah, I'm loving how that looks too. I thought that was really cool. Yeah, if you guys haven't left a like yet, and you do like it, if you've been watching all this time, I hope you like it. If you otherwise you're just torturing yourself. And why are you doing that? Go do something. Go watch Ham Radio with Pig Cake or Razor Fist or something right now. Um, but if you're here and you've been hanging out with me, leave a like. It helps me out a lot, man. Things that help me out are likes, subscriptions, bell icons, and watching the videos all the way to the end. All those things, they help out a lot. That's how I grow this channel. And sharing. I don't know if anybody in here is has some kind of following on their own social media that are magicians or friends that are magicians, but share my videos. That helps a whole lot. Not only are you helping other people learn the same things that you are on the channel, but you're also helping me grow. And it's been a phenomenal year. I was looking at my metrics. I gained something like 935 subscribers this year, which is just bonkers. And the year's not over yet. So we're on an upward trajectory. I am getting some really nice feedback from Social Blade that I'm climbing in the ranks there, and that I'm projected to. What am I trying to project? I remember I'm supposed to project like 5,000 subscribers by the end of this year, 10,000 by the middle of next. And I think it only goes up to like 60,000, but 60,000 said it would take me 5 years. I'm going to really try to beat that. I don't want to take 5 years to get 60,000 subscribers. I think we can grow that a lot faster. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these comments here because I've got some other questions going on at the moment. Cole Diamond says the podcast should be called like the Magic Hour or something because it's longer. The Magic Hour, the Magic Half Hour. I like that. I like that. Yeah. The magic, these magic moments. I don't know. Well, I'll come up with the magic day. Ooh, that's a long day. But yeah, I'll take that under advisement. I like that. I don't want to just call it the Magic Minute Podcast, but I also want to make it clear that it's also, associated with this channel. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to like blend that and make sure that people who are uninitiated know that it's me still. The blue's perfect. Leave it like that. Okay, Burn, I will. Curious, does Streamlabs have a green screen feature? I don't know. I don't have a need for it. At least I don't think I have a need for it. So I don't know, but I imagine they probably do. I would just go to, I think it's Streamlabs OBS or streamlabs.com. And there's a lot of information on it. It's a free download. You can play around with it. I'll warn you, it's very intimidating at first blush. You're going to go, holy God, what am I getting into? But if you spend the time, you learn it, you work with it, you can see it does create some pretty nice results. You can even also optimize your encoding and output settings so that way it is doing the best job with your onboard hardware and software to give you the best stream possible, and you don't have to mess with the settings too much, which I like because I don't want to sit here and play around with settings until the cows come home. So take a look at what we got going on over here. If you'd like to help a guy out, consider supporting the Magic Minute on Patreon for as little as $1 a month and receive amazing membership exclusive perks. Justin, God bless you, man. So I'll let you know that yes, if you join Patreon, you do get all amazing perks. The $1 a month is just because you love me and you want to support the channel. You don't get any extra perks for that. But starting at $5 and up, you do. And there's also going to be a shakeup to the Patreon pretty soon. I'm going to be adding some stuff and moving stuff around because I want to create some extra value for people. I'm not taking anything away that's already there, but I'm trying to add higher value to the tiers that already exist. So that's one thing that I did is at the $10 tier, which a couple of my patrons are at, you get the free ebooks now, which are saving you a whole bunch because even though I'm charging only $3.99 a piece for those, as the library grows, that's going to get more and more expensive just to buy those one-offs. It'd be cheaper just to get a subscription to me. So there's that. You also get all the behind the scenes and the bloopers. The bloopers are ending, by the way, on the 20th. So if you haven't seen the bloopers yet, go watch those because those are going away pretty soon, and we'll go back to Patreon exclusive content. I also teach magic, more advanced magic tutorials once a month. And then I'm going to be doing some stuff with the coaching and private magic lessons to kind of add more to that. But let me keep checking out what you guys are saying. If you want some, if you want some awesome Magic Minute merch, yeah, thank you. Okay, Justin, appreciate you, brother. You are the robot. You are the best. Thank you very much, Justin. Uh, Bernardo says, I think it would be nice that you divide the work between podcasts and YouTube so podcast people have access to one kind of content and on YouTube something different. Yeah, so that is something that is important to me. I'm not going to be just uploading an audio version of my podcast or of my YouTube channel. No. Will there be segments that I'll borrow audio wise? Maybe sometimes. If there's something that makes sense to include in there that I already recorded, then I'm going to just do that. But it's going to be a separate, a whole separate list of content. In fact, what I'm thinking about what's probably going to happen is I think I'm going to make the podcast available, the full podcast available to patrons, and then maybe 15 minutes or half of it will be available. Kind of do the, oh gosh, somebody does this. Steven Crowder, I think, does this. He's a political commentator, comedian on YouTube. But he does something called Mug Club, and he'll say, okay, well, look, you guys will get clippets or get the best chunks or the best segments, or some of them on YouTube for free. And then if you want to join Mug Club, then you go ahead and get the full podcast. And I think I might go somewhere like that route where everybody will still get a lot of the podcast for free. But if you want to listen to the full thing, that might be behind a Patreon wall or a barrier or something like that. And unfortunately, I just have to do that because, well, this has become my business now. And so I have to structure that in a way that that can help make me some money because, well, that's all I got. So it takes a lot of effort to create all of this content by yourself. And I don't think that's something I might have to do. I hope you guys don't hate me for that. But that's something I'm playing around with too. I hope it doesn't alienate any of you too much. Let's see what else we got here. Do you have a Discord set up? A lot of creators are starting a page for fans to join and chat with each other between live streams. Earl, that's a great idea. I know a little bit about Discord from Brian Brushwood. I know that he has a Discord server or a Discord that he uses. And a lot of people will, know when the video's going up because of the Discord. I need to look at that and understand it better because right now I don't understand Discord very well in context of YouTube videos. What I do know about is using it with an auto roller feature so that way you can play like Dungeons and Dragons over Discord. That's all I've used it for. Playing role-playing games. So I'll have to look and see how it works and how I can take best advantage of it for YouTube. But I like that line of thinking, and thank you. I want to talk to you more about this after the stream if you don't mind, because I'd like to pick your brain and see what you know. Justin asked me, almost forgot, you get that tab set up on Facebook yet? No, I didn't. And here's the problem, Justin. I looked at doing the tab. What Justin's talking about right now is adding a news tab to my Facebook fan page so I can add all of that free magic crap and all other magic-related news on the Facebook page. I have not been able to do that. I followed your tutorial and I went to do it step by step, and that option doesn't exist for me. I can't create it. So there's no way to create a new tab or call it something or anything. You get presets, and the presets, none of them make sense for making it a news tab. So having some trouble with that still, Justin. Maybe we can talk about it again, and you can walk me through it like I'm your grandpa or something. Let's see. We got created VFX and After Effects, and I have messed around with coding. It's kind of fun for me. I missed something, man. I missed something because unless you're talking about using it in relationship to OBS, and then yeah, you could do some really cool killer stuff with that. Let's see. Of the Spotify, you can upload them to Spotify too. Easier access. Yeah, well, here, let me. I'm gonna run you through this, guys, real quick, okay? Because I want to tell you about this. And then there's other thing I wanted to get to before we go too far, okay? But let me go ahead and show you this too. Go out of my Streamlabs app. I'm gonna go into Anchor. It's called Anchor, like you think of, ANCHOR, okay? And I can connect it to Apple Podcasts, to Spotify, to all of the major ways of doing it, all of the major platforms for doing it. And what's also really nice about Anchor, and I'm not sponsored by Anchor, I might become sponsored by Anchor, but something that they do is they they allow you to store all of your data for free. That's something that you don't get to do with any other platform. I've looked at a lot of different ones. I've looked at SoundCloud, of course. I've looked at some other podcast specific servers or whatever, and they all charge you like a monthly fee for storing your podcast. And I was like, well, you guys are making money off of it sitting there, aren't you? So what are you complaining about? Why do you gotta whatever? So Anchor does it a little bit differently, and I've been pretty excited about what I'm seeing there. They allow you to record with friends. Let me show you. So they say, I'll read it to you because it's going to look like crap on the screen here, but record, capture your voice and the sounds around you. Of course, you can record, your voice because you might need to do that. You can record high-quality audio remotely with anyone, anywhere, and that's really easy. You say invite friends to record with you, share a link to anyone you want. People will be able to join as long as you're still recording. Okay, let's try it. Guys, do you guys want to try it right now? Can we try it? Yeah? I need somebody who's willing to follow a link and leave a message for me on air right now. I want to try this. Somebody in the chat comments, leave me a thing. Who wants to try it? Invite friends. I'm going to go ahead and copy link. Okay, I need to copy this link. And then let's see. Okay, first person to click that and send me a message. I'm going to hear your message live on air, and I'm going to respond to it. Let's try that. That'll be a fun way to do it. Call in. I could probably patch this in to make it sound better, but somebody's calling me. Earl is calling me. Hey, Earl.
Hey.
Talk to the people. I can hear you great.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
It works. It works, everyone. Oh, look, we got everybody's joining. Look at this. We got a whole thing going. Say hello, everybody. You're going to be on the...
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Yo.
So that's pretty dang awesome. Are you guys hearing that? Everybody hearing that on the stream?
Loud and clear.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing we might have to do. I'll have to find out how to patch that in better, but we might be able to just take calls live on a live stream. How cool would that be?
Awesome.
All right. Oh, I'm gonna hang this up now, guys. But thanks for all helping me try out the experiment.
Totally.
Well, that's pretty awesome. I'm pretty excited. So yeah, you can record like that. You can also send people. You can do voice messages. Share a voice message link. Let me do this. I'm gonna do this. Share. Copy link. Let's do this. Just we'll do this one too. Just for grins and giggles. I want somebody to leave me a voice message, and then I'll play it on air too. By the way, this is a great way to just totally troll the channel. So I might delete those messages afterwards, but we'll try that and see if that works. It'd be kind of fun. What a tantalizing opportunity. Yeah, you're not kidding, dude. This is really cool. I love it. I'm loving this. This is super cool. Refresh the chat. The chat is refreshed. Or not. Okay. I'm loving the idea. This is cool. This is cool. I might have to use that. But anyway, yeah, it allows me to do all kinds of really wonderful things, and I love it. And thank you guys for all helping me try that out. Okay, I have before we go too much further, I did want us to talk about something else, and you guys may remember back on a live stream. I don't know. This was maybe this was several weeks ago, maybe months ago now, but I was doing. It was about a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago. We did a live stream, and in the live stream, I showed a very rare deck of cards. You guys remember this? Remember I broke out I did my show and tell thing, and I brought out all my card collection, and I showed you what I have, and I had a deck of cards in there, the rarest deck of cards in the world. There's only one of them, and if you guys remember that, that'd be awesome. But what it was a deck of cards with my face on them. And it was made by my mother-in-law as a Christmas gift. It was a photograph that I had taken of myself and put on Facebook. She got it and decided to make a deck of cards. And they're hilarious, and I love them, and it was very sweet. Thank you, Cindy, very much. If you ever watch this, I don't think you will. But I had this deck of cards, and somebody said, I don't remember who it was. I'll have to go back and look at the stream. But somebody said, you should make a pair of socks with your face on them like that. Which was just ridiculous, and it tickled me so much that I actually did it. I actually went out and I went through my Teespring account where I create merch for the Magic Minute, and I created a pair of official Magic Minute face socks, and I put them up as a lark. Somebody said I should, so I was like, well, I really will. You guys think I'm joking? I'm gonna do it, and I put them up, and somebody bought them. And it was my friend Jordan bought a pair, and he got them in the mail today. And there they are. He really bought them. There they are, guys. You notice right there on the it says why. Why did you buy these? It just tickles me so much. But there they are, socks with my face on them, ladies and gentlemen. And after I told, I have a good friend and a regular patron here on the Magic Minute, a gentleman by the name of Michael, and he heard that that those socks went up, and he bought a pair. So now I've sold 2 pairs of these face socks. And it's just the funniest thing in the world to me. Like, why are you guys buying these? But thank you. But why? Oh my God. So the thing is, I've worked like so hard on all these other designs that I have on my Teespring. I did one that was a COVID-19 versus magicians, and it was the magicians going, hey, look, we're gonna squash this thing out. Solidarity. We're gonna take steps to make sure our magic is keeping people safe, and we're gonna stay magicians during this whole time. And I worked all day on this artwork, and it was a lot of work, and put them up. Haven't sold any, and that's fine. But somebody says, hey, let's buy some face socks, and I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. And like something I make it like in 5 minutes, like people are buying. It tickles me so much. That's great. So, oh gosh, guys. So what are we talking about today? We've talked about, there's one last thing I want to talk about. We're getting at the hour, 12-minute mark here. So it won't be on for very much longer, but I wanted to talk about yes, the microphone and the stand, which is lovely. Thank you, patrons. It's because of you that I was able to get this. These kind of upgrades you see when you join Patreon and you help support the channel, you are really helping to support the channel. It doesn't just go in my pocket. All the money that I'm getting from that right now is going back into the channel. Little quality of life improvements like this microphone stand. They have done so much to elevate the my ability to produce better content. There's other things. There's a long laundry list of other things that I want to get to make it extra punchy and to give you guys the best quality I can. And patrons are helping me do that. And they're helping me do that month in and month out with their subscription to the Magic Minute. So thank you guys very much. It helps a whole lot. The other thing that I wanted to talk about was the face socks, which we just talked about, which is hilarious. Also, I wanted to talk to you guys about the video that I did, the Air Ambitious by Tom Elderfield video, because I did this thing. I'm getting very ninja-like about learning how to capitalize on trends on YouTube and feed some more people over to my channel, which is wonderful. I've struggled in a little bit of a vacuum because I'm good friends with Brian, but he's all the way in Austin. He's dealing with his own stuff right now under lockdown and having a hard time. I don't really have any other YouTuber friends, and I'm trying to learn all this stuff by piecing it together, and then there's a lot of trial and error. So, the thing is I was always struggling with how in the heck do I create videos that people are looking for and that are looking for a lot? Because the thing is I can make a video on, a one-handed SWE shift or whatever, but like how many people are really looking for that every month? Not a lot. But the people who do come across that stuff, if I can rank for that term, then some people might come to the channel, but I'm not getting explosive growth that way. I am not growing quick enough to reach the goals and ambitions that I have, and I have to accelerate it. So I did my very first review the other day of an effect that had literally just dropped earlier that day. It was the fastest turnaround time for a video ever. It was 2 hours from the time that I bought the effect, learned it, performed it, and then I shot the video. And it was a mad dash to get that video uploaded before anyone else could, so I could have the best chance of ranking first, which I do. If you go watch the Tom Elderfield Air Ambitious trailer on Illusionist, produced by Illusionist on YouTube, what is most likely to appear right around either in suggested videos or videos coming up next or whatever, or when you're searching for that term, will be my video. And that's not by accident. That was a lot of hard work done in a very compressed amount of time. It was a sprint, and to get that out. But as a result, I've got something like close to 400 views on that in just a couple days, which is incredible. I have never got that kind of growth out of something without first having had a Scam Nation episode, then refer my video, my response video or something. This is the fastest growth I think I've ever had on any video that I've put up myself without any help, which makes me feel really good, and it makes me feel like I've stumbled on something, and it's probably something that other people have figured out a long time ago, but I just did. And you might see more reviews or things like that where I'm jumping on something that just comes out and giving a hot take on it or doing a review on it if I can afford to purchase whatever that effect is, which also the purchase of that effect was because of patron support. That allows me to then directly create content based on that and then upload it and then get people over to my channel. And I've seen subscribers grow. I've seen view time and watch hours grow. I've seen all kinds of great stuff from those 2 hours that I just pumped that out as hard as I could. So it's working, and I figured something out, and I'm very happy about that. So I wanted to talk about that, and I some of you guys, I know Justin had some questions about it. He was tempted or interested in the thing. There's also a thread about it on the Facebook community page. So if you guys want to go take a look at that, you can ask questions about it after watching the video and the trailer. And if you have any questions about it, I can answer them. Within certain reasons, within conventions of our craft. But yeah, I was very excited about that. I'm very glad to see that it's doing as well as it is. Justin says, I really thought about getting it. I still might, but I'm not sure yet. Love how Brian is teaching his daughter magic. If he keeps it up, she'll take over the show and give him the boot. I actually started filming a dollar store magic kit review about 2 weeks ago. Decided to scrap it because it was terrible. It's out there. If you spend a little bit more money, you can get like a Phantasma magic kit, which I'm not sponsored by them. I'd like to be because I think they're awesome. But they have some very good quality stuff that you can get at a very affordable price. The best magic kits I think you can get on the market today. And for a couple extra bucks you can get one of those. But a dollar store magic kit's not bad. It's not bad. I've been loving watching Brian teaching his daughter magic too. It's been really, really endearing and sweet and cute, and I love it. And most of the people who started watching Scam Nation back in the day are now parents. So I think it's fitting and wonderful. So I like it a lot. YouTube is a lot about trial and error. Yes, it is. And I've been doing a lot of it. If you guys know, I came back. I'm almost at my 1-year anniversary of coming back to YouTube. That all started with a video of, should I come back? And like 80 people responded to that. I was like, holy crap, there's still people that are watching this channel after me being gone for 4 years that are still want to hear what I have to say. So it was huge for me, and it was like, oh yeah, maybe I should do that. And then I've just excuse me, just been kicking butt ever since. I've done collaborations with Brian Brushwood. I've done a lot of them actually. Never thought that would happen. I've got some other stuff happening. I'm working on doing some kind of live stream or collaboration with DC Magic Girl at TAOM this year, which I'm really excited about. Growing the channel. I mean, heck, it's a lot of work. It's not no joke. You want to build a YouTube channel, you better be really dedicated or crazy, because I work so hard on this thing. This became a second job, and right now it's a first job. And I'm not slacking off. I'm working very hard on creating content and being consistent and trying to get stuff that people are going to love. And it's hard. It's a lot of work, but I like doing it. So that's the secret, right? They say you get a job that you like so much, you can do it every day of your life and not get paid for it and still be fine. Yeah. So there it is. Let's see what else we got here. I find a lot of magic kit stuff at thrift stores. Yeah, that's a good place to find them. If you can find the right thrift store. I have a very large Salvation Army near me, but they don't really have any of that stuff. Every once in a while, if you're lucky, you might find something like that. But the quality of their Nito stuff has gone down a lot. They tend to just, the community in which I live, they're more interested in what they can get that has a name brand on it or something, and they're just trying to they're like a upscale resale store now instead of a cool hole in the wall with neat crap you want to buy. So that's the frustration of being where I'm at, is that I don't get to get all that cool, weird knick-knacky stuff that hides in the corners of with the cobwebs and stuff. They don't have that anymore. It's almost his 1-year anniversary of starting Magic. Justin, congratulations. Welcome to the Magic Brother and Sisterhood. This is fabulous. I'm really glad that you decided to do it. You got to be crazy, but it's worth it. It's totally worth it. Bernardo says, I find it interesting how YouTube is more demanding than a regular job. It is, but it's also, if you work at it long enough, it's also more rewarding than a regular job, because here's the thing. I mean, it's the same mentality of working as a professional magician. I think this is why I fall into it so comfortably, because as a professional magician, I had to work really hard for a very long time before I really saw any kind of fruit from it. And then whenever that started to happen, it was great. But then I realized that now I have to get even better. I can't just rest on my laurels. Like, if I stay here, I mean, this is great. I've got momentum, but if I don't keep it up, I'm going to slow down and then fail. So, it was always like, okay, well, now I've got to, got to constantly marketing yourself, or you got to constantly be improving your effects, or you got to be coming out with a new show or customizing your act for this client or whatever it is, and you just and then it's just and then you just boom boom, and you just have to keep knocking that ball down down and down and down. And it takes a lot of work for a long time before you see really any progress from it. And I think that's for like a lot of things. Nothing worth doing is ever easy. But I'm already used to not looking for quick results. I don't go, hey, look, if this doesn't happen in 6 months, I'm going to give up. I have a temperament which allows me to just cling on to whatever I decide to do, and then just keep doing it, and learning all along the way, getting better, finding out what I know and what I don't know, and what I don't know, and just constantly improving. As you can see, as evidenced by our new live stream setup, just one of those little pieces. Just you got to keep hammering away, and you got to go, look, this is going to be a long haul thing. So if it's not a get rich quick idea, it's not I'm going to be famous overnight, or I'm going to upload 6 videos a year. Why haven't I blown up yet? You really got to put the work in. You got to put the elbow grease in. You got to be ready to be consistent and work hard and put the work in. And that's true of anything that you do by yourself. So yeah, that's how I feel about the whole thing. Minnie's here. Hey, Minnie, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. You caught me in the middle of a rant. I was talking about how I need to stop rambling incessantly. Glad you made it for the last 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm only here for another few minutes, guys, but I'm glad you guys are here. Just 90% of the stream, but welcome. Yeah, sure. YouTube for those notification errors. Doing YouTube is like doing yoga, except you get paid here. But both cases, you find new things about yourself. Yeah, I like that. That's a good way to put it. Something else, I'll put this out here, guys, because this is something that I think is important to mention, because, especially for our illustrious friend, Justin Two Cards. I was on Twitter the other day. I'm not a big tweeter. I have a Twitter account, which I might start pushing a little bit more. But see, my voice is starting to dry out. Happens when you talk for a living. But I was on this one the other day, and somebody who watches this channel is talking about how the opportunity to make money on YouTube has disappeared because of darn YouTube. And I couldn't help but disagree. And the reason is, if you wait just to get paid by YouTube for ad revenue, yeah, you're not going to make anything. I think you get like $1 per 1,000 clicks or something. Yeah, maybe, right? You have to have millions of viewers and hundreds of thousands of views on your videos to make any kind of decent ad revenue money. But that's not where you go. That's not what you rely on. What you rely on is your audience. You go, hey, look, you know what? I'm going to create kick butt content that they can't get anywhere else. I'm going to make really cool stuff. For instance, look at Scam Nation. Scam Nation has scam stuff, right? And they have the Modern Rogue. They got T-shirts. They've got cool little nifty gadgets and exclusive magic stuff that you can only get from scamstuff.com. And they make stuff that's good, that their audience wants, and then the audience gets it. And that's how you do that. That's how you do the YouTube thing. I'm pretty sure. It's not like I'm talking like I know what I'm talking about, but but not ad revenue. I mean, I have this thing. I have over 1,000 subscribers now, and I'm getting to about close to the halfway point of the amount of watch hours that I need on my channel to monetize. But I'm not counting on YouTube sending me any kind of fat checks. I remember back in the day, I used to be a YouTube partner, and I would get paid from YouTube. I think I made something like through the whole time I was working with YouTube, I think I made something like $1,000 or something, which sounds like a lot of money, but not over 2 years or whatever, or whenever how long I was at the height of my thing. It's not very much money, and you have to run. And I was running hundreds of thousands of views on my channel at that time. It was a different landscape. Not true anymore. Not true anymore. But don't worry. Don't try to monetize through YouTube ad revenue. You're not going to do it unless you're, Jake Paul or Casey Neistat or something. Um, I have noticed your live stream goodies for your live stream. Aha, yes, you see my goodies. I was hoping I'd see Don tonight too. Don usually pops in, but he hasn't been here tonight. I'm glad you're here. Minnie, I'm glad you're here. Had a little bit of a weird stream and got off to a slow start, but I'm glad we're up here. I'm sorry that I have to leave right as soon as everybody pops on. Justin is telling everybody about the podcast thing. Sees this and can explain. Yes, I do see it, Justin. So yes, you missed a couple things. You missed this. We'll go back over it. Okay, we went over this. This was a thing. This was part of this. If you don't believe me, you can go back and watch. These are my face socks that a viewer of the YouTube channel bought for some reason. You notice on the bottom it says why. So that was the thing that happened. I also said, hey, subscribe and hit the bell icon. That way you're notified of all future videos. You don't miss a single one, and you get all of my juicy, wonderful, delicious content delivered straight to your eyeballs. And then I was talking about starting my podcast, which I'm going to be doing. I don't know how long the podcast is going to last, probably about a 15 or 30-minute podcast, probably about a 30-minute podcast. I'm probably going to break it up so that a good chunk, good 5 to 8 minutes or something will be available on YouTube for free. And if you want the rest, you have to be a patron. You get that as a bonus. I think that's how I'm going to do that, but I'm not sure yet. So don't quote me on that. And it's going to have all kinds of really neat stuff. And if you want to talk about some of the stuff you want to do, then we can, you should leave your ideas or comments down below what you'd like to see in my Magic Minute podcast. It asks me, what live stream third party are you using? I am using Streamlabs OBS, and I am really liking it. This is the maiden voyage of it, and it seems to be working fabulously, and I'll have to watch it under further review and see if it actually is doing fabulously, but I hope it is. I think it is. I wish it is. I pray it is. And we'll see. We'll see. All the artwork elements I've created myself because I am a little bit handy in that department. So you got the Magic Minute live stream, my nice little M, my little subscribe button, all that kind of stuff. That was all done by me. That nice little light in the back, I put that there. That did not come with OBS. The face hawks are awesome. I just love that people love them. It tickles me a lot. If you see this, Alan, I have some questions about Streamlabs and Teespring. I'll mag ya later on Facebook. Their sing is stuck in my head. I don't know if you ask me. Bernardo says, I want to start my YouTube, but stupid virus, it's the virus that shall not be named, is killing my plans, and I don't know if I make it English or Spanish channel. Make both, or do one with subtitles. You have the benefit of being able to play to two audiences. I live in Texas, but I grew up in Michigan. If anything, I should have English and French, not English and Spanish. And I moved down here after my brain stopped being elastic. It's like a dried out sponge now. And if you try really hard, you can get something in there, but you're probably not. So I have a hard time learning Spanish. I've done my best, and I can ask where the bathroom is and some other stuff, but it's not very helpful. Knowing French or anything else is not very useful down here. So, yeah, you have the benefit of being able to provide content in two languages. That's awesome, and you should take advantage of that. So hoping you would use it. Earl says, in case you didn't know, the audio and video is a bit off. Might have to check the bitrate in OBS, but the stuff at times takes to work out the kinks. Earl, I do know that. You notice that my face has been in front of this this disc here almost the entire time, so you can't see my mouth moving. I mean, not only does it get good audio quality and it's a comfortable place to rest, but really, if you notice, I get this kind of oh, run to the hills! It's Godzilla! Ah, Mon Mothra! Ah, son of Godzilla. So you get this kind of weird off thing because I've been working with the audio sync settings because I did notice that delay. And I noticed it minutes before I was supposed to go live, and I was playing around with the milliseconds, and I couldn't get it right, so had to work on that. Yeah, my wife is telling me it's off too. So, you guys, I think that's a good place to wrap then. I love you all. I'm so grateful that you are here with me tonight and that we got to hang out for a little while. I hope you like the new setup. You got to thank my patrons for this because they're the ones that did all of this. They made it happen. If you want to, you can check out Teespring, Patreon, but definitely don't miss the Facebook group, the Magic Minute Facebook group. That is a place you need to be if you want to be with other magicians throughout the week. You want to hang out with them, especially during right now. You guys can post videos back and forth. I know that Justin's got a lot of value out of it. Jordan Palmer's got a lot of value out of that. A lot of people have gotten value out of not only the free stuff that I post in there that either I am providing or that I find elsewhere on the internet, the conversation that we have, keeping up to date and understanding what's going on and announcements and all that kind of stuff. That all happens through the Facebook community page. So you should definitely join that if nothing else. Thank you guys very much for being here tonight. Such a pleasure. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I know I did. And I am so looking forward to seeing you guys, hopefully next Friday, but we'll see what happens because my wife's still pregnant right now. I don't know what that'll look like next Friday. So we'll have to see, and I will leave information about that, if I will be on doing a stream or not, in the Facebook community page. So go join that. Go do it right now. Also, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Don't miss any of those future juicy, wonderful videos with this bald head. And learn from a full-time professional magician. Thank you guys very much.